A lot of smartphone companies are now designing phones with screens that occupy the entire front panel and have nearly no borders. This year's most premium smartphones, including the LG G6, Samsung Galaxy S8, Galaxy S8 Plus and Galaxy Note 8 have all featured these taller screens. Thankfully, these screens are already being featured on phones at more affordable prices such as the LG Q6 and the recently unveiled Micromax Canvas Infinity. Micromax brings 18:9 display to the budget segment with its new Canvas Infinity smartphone. In terms of design, the 18:9 screen is the first thing you will notice about the Canvas Infinity, and we did feel that this made the phone seem premium. However, we were confused by the official images shared by Micromax at launch time and even on the box of the phone, which shows a nearly bezel-less design. In reality, the phone has much thicker borders than seen in its promotional shots. Rather than having a metal unibody, the back of this phone pops off. It has a removable battery and dedicated slots for dual micro SIMs and a micro SD card. Micromax has used top-notch plastic on the Canvas Infinity because it really doesn't feel cheap, and a lot of people around us thought it was metal at first look. We had no problems using the phone with just one hand, and it fits well in hands thanks to its size and rounded corners. The 5.7-inch IPS display on the Canvas Infinity is the biggest highlight, but the screen is also a letdown. In our opinion, the display on the Canvas Infinity is the least accurate in terms of colors that we have seen in the budget segment for a long time. During the review period, we noticed yellow and bluish tinges when looking at it from the sides, which was annoying. Sunlight legibility was weak as well, despite the brightness being pushed up to the maximum. Overall, the Micromax Canvas Infinity keeps its promise of delivering an 18:9 aspect ratio screen in the budget segment, but there are severe trade-offs. The Micromax Canvas Infinity is powered by a quad-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 425 processor clocked at 1.4 GHz coupled with 3 GB of RAM. We have reviewed several phones with Snapdragon 425 and they have all performed decently. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for Micromax Canvas Infinity, which was sluggish right from the start. We encountered slow responses to our touch inputs, which is something we don't expect from phones at this price anymore. We also faced app crashes on the Canvas Infinity, which affected the usability. The Canvas Infinity runs on Android 7.1.2 Nougat with the company's My Launcher on top. This is the most current version of Nougat in the budget smartphone market right now. Unfortunately, My Launcher manages to bury almost all important Nougat features. The Canvas Infinity is therefore a letdown in terms of software. The Micromax Canvas Infinity sports a 16-megapixel front-facing camera which is being heavily promoted by the company. It has soft flash, f2.0 aperture and face beauty modes. There's also a 13-megapixel rear camera with an LED flash and f2.0 aperture. Micromax is heavily promoting the portrait mode, which blurs the background similar to the bokeh effect that you can get on phones with dual cameras. Unfortunately, shots taken in portrait mode looked like they were photoshopped with heavy blur effect, and subjects seem to have been auto-enhanced with unnatural colors. However, regular selfies were decent and showed good colors with decent amount of detail in good light. In low light, selfies were too dark without the soft flash. Shots taken with the Canvas Infinity came out with natural colors under good light. We got some good macro shots and landscapes were decent as well. When zooming in to 100%, the Micromax Canvas Infinity photo samples showed noise but were still possible for your social media uploads. Autofocus works accurately in good light, though you will have to do it manually in low light situations. Unfortunately, the low light performance of both the cameras is below par. The front and rear cameras need some amount of direct light to illuminate images or they end up looking too dark. Calls were clear and bundled earphones were relatively good. Unfortunately, the single speaker wasn't loud or clear enough. The removable 2900 mAh battery lasts for roughly 20 hours with heavy usage. During our review, we used the phone heavily for watching videos and streaming media, and the battery did well overall. At ₹9,999, the Micromax Canvas Infinity tries to bring 18:9 display to the budget market. While we have to commend Micromax for trying, this phone definitely falls short in many areas. Despite the display being this phone's highlight, it is also its biggest disappointment. If you are in the market for a sub ₹10,000 Android smartphone, you should look at other options such as Xiaomi Redmi 4, Moto G5, Nokia 5 or Xiaomi Redmi Note 4, all of which have better hardware at around the same price. If you still want a smartphone with 18:9 display just because it's something new, then you could consider the Rs 14,990 LG Q6 instead. That was our review of the Micromax Canvas Infinity. Hit the thumbs up button below and subscribe to us for more. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at Gadgets360.